Firstly, welcome to the event. For those who have come since our earlier welcome, we weren't here for the early breakfast. It's fantastic to see a lot of people here, both from Newport businesses and also from the supplier and technology community from around here, really supporting and getting behind this programme for upping the infrastructure for Newport. With no more ado, I'd like to introduce Mark Neilson from Newport City Council to introduce the voucher scheme.
Thanks very much, Toby. As Toby said, my name's Mark Neilson. I'm Head of Customer and Information Services for the City Council, and I'm the strategic lead for the Super Connected Cities project here at Newport. So I'd just like to welcome you to the Newport South Wales campus, this wonderful campus here. And welcome you to this opening, the launch of the voucher scheme for Newport. Okay, I just wanted to say a few words about Newport and some of the really exciting things that are happening here in the city. Back as far as 2008, Experience Global Economic Report put Newport in the top 10 cities for economic growth up to 2020. And I think we're already seeing part of that growth here with the city centre redevelopment, etc. So what I wanted to do was just take you through some of the things that are happening. Firstly, one of the key things is the redevelopments of the retail quarter within the city centre. And for local residents here, you would have probably seen the disappearance of the car park. Many of you may have actually seen it being demolished, so we're actually blowing things up to make things better. There's £100 million being invested in that city centre redevelopment, and I think that it will make a huge difference to the city. In addition to that, we've also got this wonderful campus here on the riverfront, and that adds to the redevelopment that we've seen all along the riverfront, which will link into the city centre. And for across the rest of the city, you will also note that there are a number of developments that are happening. Difficult to see on the slide, I know, but nevertheless there's a huge amount of activity across the city with redevelopment works on physical infrastructure. Finally, I just wanted to say a few words around the fact that the Celtic Manor has also seen some changes and will see some changes. The Celtic Manor has had an approval or an agreement for the Wales International Convention Centre, which is due to start, the construction work is due to start imminently. Now, the key thing there is obviously that's going to attract a huge amount of business to Newport for conventions and conferences, so it does make the establishment of network infrastructure even more important. And also, you'll be aware that, or many of you will be aware that the NATO conference is coming to Newport in September, and again, delegates coming to that conference will be expecting certain facilities and infrastructure. We've been told or led to believe that the US delegation alone will be bringing 1,500 people with them, so it sort of gives you an idea of the scale of that particular conference. But one of the things with this project, it's an infrastructure project, but it is different. I've talked a little bit about the physical infrastructure and the visible infrastructure, but the Super Connected Cities project, just to give you a little bit of background on that, Newport has been chosen, or been bid to become one of 22 super connected cities across the UK, and we've been awarded £6 million to make that a reality. Over the next few years, living and working in a super connected city here will change virtually every aspect of our lives, from healthcare to parking to refuse collection. As we start to connect the city up, we're going to see some dramatic changes in the way we can deliver services. And most of that will be invisible. We won't actually see it. It's not the same as the physical infrastructure that I spoke about earlier. We won't see a super connected city, a super connected Newport, but almost everyone in the city will benefit in some way And for many of us, our lives will be completely transformed. Slightly embarrassing for a technology conference, so I'm having problems with the technology. Bear with me. Right. Okay. Of the £6 million that I've mentioned, £2 million of the money will, of the overall investment, will develop high-speed wireless connectivity across the city centre. That hopefully transform the visitor experience and the business experience across the city. But at the heart of the project is the development of super-fast and ultra-fast broadband. These are vital. Broadband is vital to the competitiveness of small business. We're moving into a place now where if you don't have fast broadband, then you will not be able to compete easily in the open market. We want our businesses in Newport to be world-class. We need to give them world-class infrastructure. And that's what the Super Connected Cities programme will do. You won't see it much, as I said, it's invisible. You won't even be aware that it's there most of the time. But it will change the city and it will change our lives. Throughout the rest of the afternoon, we have presentations and workshops and demonstrations which will help to describe what you can actually do with faster broadband and how it will change your lives. But the message is simple. Well, I can guess it. £3,000 or up to £3,000 for every small business that qualifies. The funding is there if you want it. You just need to apply. I'll leave it there and I'll pass over to James Sawnby, who will take you through the rest of the presentation. Thanks very much.